Yo guys, what is up? It is Macedaris here, bringing you guys here a commentary of a particular topic which I wanted to talk about. This is it's not a huge topic going around the community, but it is some topic which certain members of the community tend to discuss. So it has quite a few discussion threads going on in Halo Waypoint, or at least had. So I wanted to address the issue today and give basically my opinion in it, and as well address it together with some factual stuff as well. So anyway, the topic of today is free DLC versus paid DLC in general, but we're going to be using mainly Halo 5 Guardians as an example to address this issue here. So anyway, some people around the Halo Waypoint, of course, we all love free DLC. Free DLC means we don't have to pay for it, so you don't have to pay much money, so you can just get it for DLC free, which is a good thing, of course. But however, some people have gone out of their way in Halo Waypoint, creating forums, and then also discussing stuff and claim that they would rather see paid DLC in Halo 5 Guardians because the free DLC did not meet their standards. So they believe that having paid DLC with a price tag on it would determine, or would basically confirm, that the DLC is better quality overall. But I would like to, in some case, I mean, I don't know for all games if this is true or not, but we're going to be talking about Halo 5 Guardians here in general. And in my opinion, I think that is rubbish. I think that free DLC is overall better for Halo in general. So I don't like when people take out that paid DLC is better because of a price tag card out of their bonds. Basically, just because a DLC pack will have a price tag doesn't mean it's going to have way better content. The DLC for Halo 5 was going to be planned. I mean, it was planned already before release. And first, let's get this out of the way. Some people claim to say that the upcoming quote-unquote free DLC is cut content, and I'm just gonna say that's ludicrous. That is just a it's basically a conspiracy. Nobody can prove whether it's factual or not, and I definitely can say that's not true, because for example, of course, Val Noctis may have been cut content. It was delayed to make some fixes on it, but however, the remixes, the upcoming remixes and the remixes which already arrived, they are not cut content because the developers needed to first hear the feedback on the two launch playlists. So of course, launch remixes. So once they of course heard the feedback on these two remixes and how to improve remixes overall, they went out of the way to basically start these remixes from new, pretty much, the Riptide and Overgrowth and the other ones coming soon, and basically make them a lot differently, play a lot differently, and look differently, and pretty much be their own unique map compared to the originals. So that's not cut content at all. Pretty much every single upcoming map is not cut content, unless you'd expect them to have maybe over 30 maps and over 28 maps in total at launch, and that's not quite possible for FPS, and a FPS game, especially when you have to focus on campaign, forge, Warzone, and pretty much arena balancing stuff as well. It's not possible at 28 games unless there would be poor quality of games to be built. So yeah, it's not cut content, and I can make some calculations. At the end of this free DLC, we're going to be getting 15 plus maps, which is a very good number actually. So yeah, so let's get back to the point. So why do I think that free DLC is 10 times better than paid DLC? So you have to think of a bigger picture here. Now imagine there's people that bought Halo 5. They're not exactly the biggest fans of Halo, but they bought Halo 5 because they've had an interest in games. They liked the game, and then suddenly they would get DLC that they're paid, and they're, for example, invested in games like Fallout, and or wish to invest their time into Fallout, Battlefront, Witcher 3, whatever, and then they have these paid DLC pop for Halo, and so they can either choose to keep their money and save it on an entire new experience such as Fallout 4, or they can use their money to pay for some extra maps, like maybe 3 extra maps and a extra weapon, or Rex as well. Most people, if they're not exactly the biggest die-hard Halo fans, they would go with a different experience. The paid DLC doesn't exactly hold over all these new players that come to Halo 5. Of course, the die-hard people will pay for the DLC, but remember, there's also people that can't quite afford the DLC for financial reasons, so they may just not afford DLC. And then what happens then is there is always a split in the population, which is not a good thing. Remember Halo 4 suffered at first because it wasn't exactly popular within the community because of the ordnance and stuff like that. So the population dropped quite drastically, and the paid DLC not help it. If you had free DLC, then it would have actually helped the community come back and actually test out these new maps, because the DLC maps Halo 4 were actually really decent. But the paid DLC split the community further, and eventually there was a big issue where you couldn't even play the DLC maps for quite some time, unless which was quite depressing actually, because it was a shame, because the DLC maps in Halo 4 were really good. Of course you got to play them quite regularly in MCC again, because every single map was included from start, but during Halo 4 that was a big problem. So that's no reason why paid DLC isn't exactly good. It causes splits in the population. So, and then here's the benefits of free DLC. We're talking from a perspective again from people which aren't exactly die-hard fans. So to see free DLC suddenly pop up and they say, for example, oh hey cool, I liked this game Halo 5, I thought the gameplay was cool compared to our shooters, and looks like it's a free DLC out, so there's some new cool maps to try out, some new guns to try out. Oh sweet, this new Warzone map looks cool. Maybe, oh nice, it's free as well, so it might be my chance to hop back on Halo. So basically, as well, with the free DLC you retain the Halo population. There's no split, but also you retain your population, and you persuade the people which aren't exactly the biggest fans of Halo to stay invested into Halo 5 Guardians, because Halo 5 Guardians already has the good core mechanics, and having the free DLC, decent free DLC, causes people which aren't exactly invested in Halo to stay invested in the game rather than leaving Halo for good, and that's exactly what it's going to do. The reason is Halo 5 is actually still staying in the top 10. It's really good because of its free DLC. The free DLC is actually helping itself in that case, because people keep coming back actually for stuff. And the core gameplay is good. The only reason that the Halo 5 isn't exactly in the top 6 where it should be, I would say top 6 is decent for where it should be, is because of game types. But I think once game types are finally added into February, the game will rise up again, and more people will become invested as the free DLC keeps coming out with more goodies. So let's talk about now the quality of free DLC versus paid DLC. As I said already before, the DLC were they planned. So basically, for all of you that think that having a price tag on DLC pack would make the DLC better, that is not true at all. Because, for example, if Free did not have their profits made from the game's rec packs, there wouldn't have been any free DLC at all. This system was planned from quite a while ago. So, without the rec packs, there wouldn't have been actually some free DLC. So looking back at previous Halo's DLCs, you always had, I believe, around 3 to 4 maps maximum in a DLC pack. In the free updates, we're getting them monthly. I believe the Halo big map packs that came out every 3 months or something like that, 3.5 months, and they always contained 2 to 3 maps. I mean, 3 to 4 maps. Some of them were quality, but some of them weren't exactly the best, remember. And remember, Halo DLC also includes some remakes, particularly in Halo 2 and Halo 3 as well. And Halo 5, for free updates come out every single month, and usually we have 1 arena map and 1 Warzone map to go by. So you basically get, in 3 months, 6 maps rather than 3 to 4 maps. So you get more maps, and these maps are still quality, remember, in Halo 5. The remixes have been good so far. They haven't exactly been exact copies. They changed them dramatically, and the Warzone maps have been decent as well. And remember, in the February update, we're going to be getting 3 maps, I believe. We are already confirmed to have 2 arena maps. One of them which will be a remix, which they've been working on quite a while, but a map made from ground up. And remember, they recently confirmed to have maps made from scratch because of a community requesting to do more of them. So now more maps made from scratch will come. So that's another reason that the content is actually cut, because they originally not planned to make as many maps from scratch for DLC. So we're getting less remixes and more maps, more original maps, which is actually pretty cool. So yeah, so February we'll have 3 maps. So I believe we'll also gain a new Warzone environment, because that's been a theme in the environments in VD free DLC. So far it'll put the DLC at the average of 7 maps per 3 months, which is really good actually. So that's where I made my calculations. By end of all the free updates, we'll have 28 developer-made maps, or more even, due to the inclusion of more maps made from scratch. We'll have to wait and see. So anyway, this is why basically free DLC beats paid DLC. Keeps player retention, but maps have the exact same qualities, no difference just because of a price tag. And everybody's happy, and basically keeps the community together. You play. You won't be separated from your friends that may have not been invested in Halo as much as you are, so you can all play together. It's not like they have to pay for DLC and then get bored of it because they have no intention to pay for a few maps. So keeps everybody together, makes everybody happy, and plus the free DLC is quality anyway. We'll be getting much better stuff eventually after the game has been dealt with, and more people will be happy soon. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later.